Welcome to Homefront on County Cable Montgomery, a program brought to you by the Montgomery County Commission on Veterans Affairs. Homefront takes you inside the stories of Montgomery County's veterans. We also try to help veterans find the services they may need. I am Mike Subin, and I am representing the Commission here today. Nationally, an average of 20 veterans a day take their own lives, which is higher proportionally than the national average. Today we're going to talk about a program called the Strength Within Project that addresses how we might better help them. Started by a student at James Blake High School here in Montgomery County. That student is Rachel Klump, and she's here with us today. Rachel's an accomplished musician, drum major, and swimmer. She's president of the National English Society, a member of the Music Society, and a member of the National Science Honor Society. Rachel, thanks for joining us today. I don't know how you do that all. Makes me tired. Rachel, you've created an amazing program. Could you tell us what it's all about?
So the Strength Within is a project that I created to it's a suicide prevention project to educate young minds, specifically middle schoolers, on teen suicide and how we can prevent it and how to address it and how to find it in our community.
So you've designed this for middle schoolers. Where do you make the presentations?
I've done presentations just to 8th graders in their school. I've gone to specific health classes in middle schools, and I will be doing presentations to direct Girl Scouts.
So then this does have the okay of the school system.
I got approval from Montgomery County to do it.
What made you take this heavy issue on?
So last year at my school, we lost 2 seniors to teen suicide at the beginning of the year, only about 19 days apart. And I knew both of them. I grew up with one of them, and I was really close friends with the other. So at the same time, I was trying to figure out what to do for my Girl Scout Gold Award project, and I realized that teen suicide does affect our community, and there needed to be a way that we could prevent it, and so I created the project.
What do you think those 2 suicides, how did they impact your friends?
I think it was really hard, especially because they were 2 seniors, so it impacted the senior class a lot. It impacted the whole school, basically, because we didn't think it was something that could actually happen, and for it to happen twice in 2 weeks was really serious.
Did it change anybody else's life at that time?
I know it changed my life because I wasn't really aware of what was going on, and it kind of opened my eyes, and it made me want to change what was going on and why I created this project.
So what are the signs that young people should be looking for in their friends and family? And we're going to start to transition to what impact this could have on veterans.
One thing I teach in my presentations are risk factors and warning signs. So a few of those are feeling hopeless, mental disorders like PTSD, anxiety, and depression, withdrawing themselves from society. Some other ones that could be is looking for ways to kill themselves, talking about wanting to kill themselves, and just all above those things. You just have to look for it.
And so if anybody is making statements that would lead to they'd like to die, hurt themselves, kill themselves, shouldn't be taken lightly.
No.
Should pay attention. Right, so you mentioned PTSD and withdrawal.
Mm-hmm.
Very big and common problem among veterans. So while your program is focused on young people, from the research you've done, are those signs similar in adults?
Yeah, based on the research I did, all the signs are common among any age. It has a higher impact on younger minds, I found. but all the symptoms and signs are common in all ages.
For young people and others who feel that they're alone and they have problems that no one else has, what advice does the Strength Within Project offer?
One thing we make very common that I've learned from Montgomery County Public Schools is the acronym ACT, Acknowledge, Care, and Tell. So we teach them to acknowledge that there's a serious problem by looking at those risk factors and warning signs. Show the person that you're concerned about, that you care about them, and talk to them. And then the third thing is tell a trusted adult or a trusted friend, because if you do see these symptoms in someone, it's not something you should take on alone. It's better to help someone with a full resource of people, not just one person.
Okay, so we're talking now not just about adults hearing things in children, adolescents hearing things from their classmates, but we're talking about young people hearing those signs in their parents or other adult family members. So who would they go to? Does your program say, okay, if you hear this in your parent or another family member, where are they told to go?
I teach them that we do this little activity where they close their eyes, and I talk to them about if there's something going on in your life or someone that you're concerned about, write down one trusted adult that you would go to, and then write down one trusted friend that you can go to. And I tell them that if they have any problems, they need to go to those two people. So a trusted adult would be a coach, a counselor, a teacher, a family member, and a trusted friend could be a peer or it could be someone older than you. And they write down those two names, and if they're concerned about anyone or even themselves, that's who they go to.
Okay, now, would that information be confidential? Should somebody be concerned, well, I'm hearing my mother say this, or I'm hearing my father say this? They shouldn't be afraid to go tell a counselor or whoever, because the parent might get mad at them.
What I do teach them, and I enforce very concernedly, is that if someone does come to you and talk to you about how they're feeling and they're feeling suicidal, to not keep it a secret, because it's not something that you should keep inside yourself, nor should they keep inside. So if someone does tell you those things, you shouldn't promise to keep it a secret. But if you go to a counselor or a teacher and you ask them to keep it confidential, they will secretly investigate what's going on, and they won't share your name or any of it.
And Rachel, one of the reasons I asked you to come here and be on this program, even though your program is directed towards adolescents, is in Montgomery County we have large presence of active duty service members and reservists, and they are more and more being called on for deployments, and they're being gone. Their children are now either with no parent and an adult, or a parent, and they're concerned about their deployed loved one. What have you seen in your friends that has occurred as a result of they don't have all the supports they had at home before? And what should people be looking for?
I feel that those kids might have feel lonely because they have no one to go to because of their family's deployed, or there's not an adult in the household. But that we teach all these kids to show support to their friends, and in that ACT acronym, to care for them and listen to what they have to say and reach out. One of the videos I show in my presentation is a song about reaching out, and it's all about how we should help these people and not make them feel alone.
So really, should they be telling their friends and letting everybody know, teachers, counselors, friends, parents of their friends, hey, my mother has been deployed. She's going to be gone for 6 months. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need somewhere to go.
I wouldn't necessarily say that they should go and tell everyone, but they should always have someone that they can go to and talk to.
So they need this network of trusted adults. We are always concerned about what's happening to our children when we're gone. You know, when you're gone and you're with your unit overseas, you have that support system right there. But this young person has lost that support system, and I think your advice on what they need to do is very, very wise. Do you teach that in your program and let them bring that out?
Mm-hmm.
Have any of the young people that you've made this presentation to you pulled you aside and said, hey, you know, I've been worried. Can you tell me what to do and where I should go?
Not exactly. In one of my first presentations, I had 2 girls and we were doing the trusted friend and trusted adult exercise, and they said, oh, I don't have any friends. Can I put your name down? And I said yes, and every presentation I go to, on the bottom of their sheet has my contact email that they can contact me whenever they have that problem.
So simply by giving these presentations, you've become a support system yourself. Are we going to have to add that to all your other accomplishments?
No.
We have to keep this going for a while. Well, that's fantastic. As we're getting towards the close here, do you have some advice, some issues that we haven't asked about that are important that you want to get out?
There are definitely some important resources that could be used, and the Suicide Prevention Lifeline definitely lists all of those on the website. And I would just, if none of my advice works, that's a very good resource to use.
And what is that website?
The Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
Okay, thank you. Rachel, that was fantastic. What you're doing is incredible.
Thank
you. It really
you.
is. Really is. Okay, so there's so much more we can talk about, but we have run out of time. I want to thank our guest, Rachel Klump, who even at a young age has done so much to impact positively young lives in Montgomery County. We all salute you for your efforts, and people watching today are going to be inspired to join your work. There is help for those who think there are few answers for people, and people are concerned about other people. So go to that website, suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Veterans who are in crisis will need that. Thank you, and we will see you on the next show.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls: 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.